Hi everybody, welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time to Jimmy's Neighborhood Bees. I'm Jimmy, keeping bees in a regular backyard neighborhood, or neighborhood backyard I should say. Anyway, today is Saturday, May 25th. I want to say happy birthday to our first exchange student that we ever had, Winnie. And today's her birthday, and tomorrow is our natural daughter Candace's birthday. So I'll say hi to Candace and happy birthday as well. Anyway, today, last Wednesday is when I put the queen in the farmhouse. She was still in the cage that I got in from Bee Weaver, and which is not sponsored, just the queens that I used. And today I'm just going to go inside and make sure that by now they should have released her from that cage. Let's see, it was Wednesday 6 p.m. or so, 6:30 when I got her in there. The bees should have known they were queenless, because I just brought 2 frames of bees and some extra bees that was shaking in my box, and then I transferred them into the farmhouse. My smoker's already lit. I'm gonna try not to use it. The basic thing today, I'm not gonna inspect. I just want to take the cage out, make sure that she's released. If she's not released, I got my knife here, the pocket knife, where I can take the cork out of the non-candy end and direct release her. She's been in there for 3 days, so she should be released, but if not, I'm gonna go ahead on and release her and get that done. Let me read the fortune, and then we'll go back to the farmhouse. So today's fortune is: you have only begun to scratch the surface of your real potential. Oh, that's just one way of saying there's a whole lot in front of you. So, you know, continue moving forward, continue moving up. You've only scratched the surface, so you got potential. Anyway, another side note, as I look, I see no real activity in my swarm trap. So it may be like beyond swarm season here, but I'm gonna leave it up. And I'm gonna check the date that I rebaited it, and I might just add a couple of drops of lemon oil, or I might just add a vial of the swarm commander that I got. Might just stick a vial, like break the vial and throw it inside. But I'll see, I'll check the dates and see if it's been a while. Anyway, let me put my jacket on and some gloves. I got my big gloves just in case, but I'm gonna go there and just make sure she's out of the cage. Okay, although it looked like they initially did not release her, she's not in there. It's open. So all the bees that were inside are out. You can see. So she should be walking around somewhere on these frames. I'm not gonna look for her I'm just gonna tighten these up, not taking a chance to squish her. Let her. Well, at a first initial glance, it didn't look like they released her because there were a lot of bees inside the cage. However, at second glance, when I, you know, looked in it really good, she was not in there, and the candy completely was eaten out. Let me see if I can get you to see what I see. You can see there's no candy in there at all. You can see the hole. So they released the queen. I didn't want to disturb them any more than necessary to get this out, push the frames together and let them be. I will go back in 7 days to reassess that hive to see if the queen is actually laying. I should see in 7 days, I should see eggs as well as very, very, very small larvae. You know, the bee, she lays the egg, it stays 3 days, then it starts to become a larvae, so you got very young larvae. So in 7 days, I expect to see small to medium sized larvae, as well as eggs. And then, although I don't know the exact age of the capped brood that was initially sat in there, I'm going to look at those frames and see if those capped broods are starting to hatch, and that's going to help with more of the workforce that goes out of the hive. Those capped brood, once they hatch, they'll become nurse bees, take care of the queen, and some of the other bees will get promoted to become foragers and things like that. I did see 1 or 2 bees bringing back pollen on their legs, so I don't need to put out any pollen substitute. There's plenty of pollen in the environment for them, and they would choose that over any pollen substitute anyway. I'm looking because I do see like 2 or 3 bees flying around the swarm trap, but definitely no swarm has moved in yet. But I'll still keep my eye on that. And yeah, so that's just a quick update on that, making sure the queen was released. I need to make me a plug so I can plug up my smoker and start saving some of the fuel. I don't put as much in there to where it would, you know, smoke all day. But those new pellets that I got from Frederick Dunn, they do kind of smoke a long time. So, but I'll let this sit here and cool. And yeah, I'll call it a day. And like I said, I'll keep my eye on that. I'm gonna write it down in my storeroom here today that I checked it and the queen was released. And I'll go back in 7 days, which is a week or so, weather permitting, and check it out. All right, thanks for watching. I know this one was kind of short, but it makes up for the ones that were kind of long in the past. So thanks for sticking with the long ones. People watched it, and on my last one, I'm smoking myself out. On my last one, if you stayed closer to the end at the 25-minute mark or so, people heard the queen that was in the cage piping, and I had never heard that live. I heard it on somebody else's video, but I've never heard that live, and she was piping in the thing. So thanks to y'all who stayed that long watching the video and mentioned it and put a timestamp in there in your comments. I appreciate that. And that was kind of a neat experience for me. Been doing this 5 years now, 6, and I had never heard that before, and now I have. So, you know, every day something different, or you know, all the time bees just amaze you. Anyway, that's it for now. I still got the 2 hives. We'll see. We'll keep an eye and monitor the farmhouse. I do have to put some my ant protection, my Equate Vicks Vapor Rub around the legs. Since there's bees back in there, the ants might get interested. So I'll put my Vicks Vapor Rub around the legs. You've seen that before. But there'll be a little thing up here that says, hey, this is how I do my Vicks ant stuff. I'll put it, is this right? I think it goes up this side. I don't know. Wherever it goes, you'll see it. Either here or here, one of the two. But anyway, that's it. I'm gonna call this one a day, and yeah, it's a nice easy day for today. So leave them alone. Let them establish themselves. Let the queen get comfortable in the farmhouse without too many interruptions from me. And yeah, we'll again, thank you, Mr. C, and we'll see you guys later in the neighborhood. All right, have fun with your bees. It's fun again.